on the corner of 25 West Main Street in downtown Vermilion. The Spa at Winnie Mae's is proud to support programming on Coyote News. The Spa at Winnie Mae's, providing salon and spa services for men, women, and children.
Coming up on Coyote News, the Vermilion community is bringing attention to cystic fibrosis.
Also, we find out how the Vermilion High School plans to regulate prom this year. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Hello, I'm Nick Nelson.
And I'm Cassidy Cornell. We'll get to those stories and more, but first...
Ford is recalling more than 570,000 vehicles in North America and Europe to fix separate problems that can cause engine fires and doors to fly open unexpectedly. Ford says it has 29 reports of fires in the U.S. and Canada, but no injuries. Last year, door latch recalls cost the company $640 million. Severe thunderstorms and damaging winds in parts of Texas overnight left nearly 200,000 residents without power. Most of the power failure centered around the Dallas-Fort Worth areas. The storm damaged houses, blew over trees, and caused multiple car accidents across the state. One of the car accidents killed 3 storm chasers yesterday afternoon. A black Chevy Suburban ran through a stop sign near the city of Spur, colliding with a Jeep. The driver of the Suburban and the 2 people in the Jeep were pronounced dead at the scene. All 3 were storm chasers. And those are your headlines. And now let's take a look at the weather with Lauren Solek. Lauren?
Hopefully you stayed dry on your way to class today, but this light drizzle will continue for the rest of the evening. Currently, it's 45 degrees. Tonight, the temps will drop down to 37 degrees, with less than an inch of additional rain possible. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy with a high near 48 and a 20% chance of rain, so don't forget your umbrella just in case. The skies will begin to clear tomorrow night and into Friday. Friday will be partly cloudy and slightly warmer with a high of 55. The nightly low will be around 36. For your weekend, Saturday will bring another chance of rain in the afternoon, but a high near 55. The warmer temps will continue through the weekend with a high of 59 and mostly clear skies on Sunday. Early next week will bring highs in the low 60s, but more rain could be in the mix. So check the Coyote News Facebook page for a detailed forecast of early next week. And that's your Coyote weather.
Dr. Andre Larson, director of the National Music Museum and professor emeritus at USD, died last Thursday at the age of 74. Larson helped launch the National Music Museum at USD in 1973. He started with a collection of 2,500 instruments gathered by his father, Arnie B. Larson. Today, the museum has a collection of 15,000 instruments housed in the Carnegie Library on the USD campus. Memorial arrangements haven't been announced at this time.
Next Monday, USD is hosting a campus-wide celebration of Yiddish art, culture, and history. Child Holocaust survivor Inga Auerbacher will speak from 10 to 11 in Farber Hall. The event is free and open to the public. Breathe for Michaela is a 5K walk around Prentice Park. This event hopes to bring attention to cystic fibrosis and raise funds in search of a cure. Coyote News' Jenny Reindell spoke with Michaela about the 5K.
Moore has lived with cystic fibrosis her whole life. She was officially diagnosed at age 15 and has since been active in trying to make a difference and fundraise for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Approximately 70,000 people worldwide are affected by this disease. While there's treatments, the side effects can be serious, including going blind or loss of hearing. This hasn't slowed Michaela down. She's attending USD, working full-time at CESDAC, and organizing the 5K. She hopes this event will bring awareness to cystic fibrosis.
It's an invisible disease. That's definitely a key factor. You can look at me. I'm sick right now, but I don't look sick.
The 5K run will be held on April 8th at 10 a.m. with registration at 9 a.m.
Thanks, Jenny. For more information on the walk, you can visit their Facebook page or contact Michaela at michaela.moore@coyotes.usd.edu. Coming up, we'll tell you how to protect your student ID card from fraud after the break.
I wanted to be a student ambassador because I wanted to be able to give prospective students my view of the campus and so they can enjoy the university as much as I do.
It's bringing the next generation to USD.
It was a real personal experience more than just, hey, here's a big university.
You're coming into a family and we want you to feel welcome, we want you to feel loved, and we want you to feel confident in your decision to become a Coyote.
It's fulfilling,
Energetic,
Impactful, community,
challenging,
knowledgeable,
fun,
professional.
the future.
I just love USD.
Your fire attack, your fire attack.
1926.
This is Coyote News.
Welcome back. Are you hungry for some cultural influence? Students and faculty were invited to learn about different cultures at USD by attending the Festival of Nations. The International Club hosts the event once a year. It takes place in the Muck Ballroom and represents students from more than 15 countries. The festival includes food, performances, and recognizes students who are graduating in May. To conclude the celebration each year, participants make a circle around the ballroom and perform a rain dance. If you missed the Festival of Nations this year, don't worry, it'll be back next year.
Every month there's a new artist featured in the John A. Day Gallery located in the Fine Arts Building. Coyote News' Cassidy Cornell spoke with artist Michael Hook to find out more about his latest exhibit.
The sceneries of Vermilion and the Midwest are brought to life in Philip Michael Hook's Lessons in Landscape Art exhibit. Artist Michael Hook is a native of Kansas City, Missouri, and moved to Vermilion 11 years ago. He is the Foundations Coordinator for the Art Department, teaches first-year experience classes, and is an academic advisor for incoming freshmen. Hook says that some of his fondest childhood memories are from when he was drawing.
But I remember as a child really loving to draw, and I would draw with mud on the side of the house and side of the barn and make big murals with mud. And
Hook considers himself a drawer, but he also paints and works with mixed media. The main focus of Hook's sabbatical exhibit was studying color and light. Hook says that the Missouri River was a huge part of his exhibit. Hook didn't let a small setback get in the way of his work.
1 week into my sabbatical, I fell on the ice and I damaged my knee, so I ended up getting knee surgery. And so it kind of kept me from hiking out to locations. So I would go on hikes, but just with a camera.
All of the small pieces in the exhibit are oil paintings, and the larger ones are acrylic paintings. Hook says that he has his backyard view looking off of the bluffs to thank for some of his inspiration. Hook's exhibit also features a video recorded completely off of his iPhone. And the music playing, that's Hook playing the guitar. Philip Michael Hook's sabbatical exhibit is on display in the John A. Day Gallery until Friday.
The closing reception is at 6 on Friday. Every campus student has a Coyote card. The Yote Report's Nathan Finster explores how secure or not secure your student ID really is.
Whether it's getting food, getting into your dorm, or getting into an event, all of these things need one important piece of plastic: a student ID. While many students use their student IDs every day, how safe and protected are they? John Howe, Associate Dean of Students, says that student IDs are fairly secure and that there hasn't been many issues regarding theft.
It's really not been a large issue. Starting my third year here at USD, I can think of 2 instances where a card was misused by another student.
Students can also refill their Coyote Cash online. Howe says that a special server secures this.
You do go through a secure portal to do so. So it is a secured site. You do have the protections and security that are through a secure website.
However, if your student ID is stolen, Howe says to report it immediately.
I would say probably the greatest safety measure that is readily available is if a card goes missing or if a student realizes they aren't in possession of their card, they can go online and simply turn the card off.
For the Yote Report, I'm Nathan Finster.
Howe also reminds students that stealing another person's Coyote card violates the Student Code of Conduct.
Spring has sprung, which means prom season's in full swing. Some high schools across the nation are becoming more strict with the dress code. April 22nd is the day Vermilion High School students have been waiting for all year. But the rules on what they can wear might be changing. Vermilion High School principal Kurt Cameron says he takes pride in how well his students and their parents handle the pressure of selecting prom attire.
We haven't had any problems with risque type of dresses and that type of thing. Generally, the students have done a pretty good job with that.
Community perception plays a huge role in what's okay to wear, and much of the decision lies with them. Carson says every school is different, and if something were inappropriate, the school would address the issue. Still to come, Coyote Crystal discusses what's on students' bucket lists when we come back.
Fostering is when you take in an animal into your home and you take care of them until we can find them a permanent forever home.
If you can find it in your heart to do it, it's rewarding.
We do all the vetting, the neutering, the spaying, the medications.
The Humane Society has lots and lots of great dogs and cats that can pull at your heartstrings and make you realize you got a little more to give.
This is Coyote News.
Welcome back. Many USD students frequently visit Vermilion Wine and Liquor, as it's the only liquor store in town. Coyote News' Rachel Newville talks with a Vermilion official to learn more about the liquor licensing process in South Dakota.
Any establishment that sells alcohol must have a specific type of license for the alcohol they are selling. Each city is given a certain amount of licenses by the state, depending on the city's population.
Vermilion Wine and Liquor holds the only off-sale liquor license in Vermilion. However, there are 12 other businesses in town that hold on-sale liquor licenses.
Vermilion City Finance Officer Mike Carlson says businesses apply for licenses on an individual basis.
Apply to the city council. State statute gives them basically two criteria to judge on issuing a license. The moral character of the individual applying for it. If they've got a felony, state statute says they cannot hold a license. The second criteria is the location. Where is this property located at? What's it adjacent to? And have things changed over time to make this an area where they would not want an alcoholic beverage license of any kind issued.
Carlson says anyone can apply for a license as long as they pay the fee. Reporting for Coyote News, I'm Rachel Newville.
Thanks, Rachel. Who doesn't love pancakes and eggs? AWOL had all the breakfast essentials at their annual pancake feed. USD students and community members gathered at the Vermilion National Guard Armory for the fundraiser. AWOL secretary says it's more than just a breakfast event.
All the money that we raise from our pancake feed actually goes to support the week-long trips that we serve. So this specific pancake feed goes to support our spring break trips. We went to Pine Ridge, Chicago, and then our 2 summer trips as well, which is MedLife and the Appalachian trip.
Feed is just one of the many AWOL trip fundraisers. AWOL usually sells well over 100 tickets. This opportunity generally raises around $1,000 for the group.
Idea Fest celebrates student research, creative scholarships, and academic engagement. Undergraduate and graduate students are presenting their work next Wednesday and Thursday. Coyote News' Devin Martin is live in the muck with Idea Fest presenter Josh Hayes. Devin?
Thanks, Nick.
Posters, live performances, and readings will also be at IdeaFest. So Josh, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Yep. So Josh, can you tell our viewers a little bit what IdeaFest is about?
Of course. So IdeaFest is a time where the USC campus, all majors, all studies are able to come together in one building over 2 days and be able to present research as well as posters about what they've been learning the past year.
Okay, and with that being said, you're doing a vaping poster presentation. Can you tell our viewers what that's about?
Yeah, of course. So I am a psychology and strategic communications double major. And for the past 2 years, I've been studying vaping, the correlations between stress, depression, alcohol, and marijuana. So it seems that there's a correlation between people who vape, they're more stressed, they're more depressed, and they use alcohol and marijuana more. So.
And with that being said too, Josh, why should students come to IdeaFest?
You know, I think it's just such a great opportunity to be able to reach out past your major. So for me, I'm looking forward to biology, chemistry. I've never taken the classes, but I still want to see what's advancing in the field and just what students at USD are doing as well.
And thank you for your time today, Josh.
Thank you so much.
Yep. If you want more information on IdeaFest, you can contact the Center for Academic and Global Engagement. Live in the Muck, I'm Devin Martin.
Thanks, Devin. In this week's blog, Coyote Crystal finds out students' #1 bucket list priority.
I'm trying to come up with new ideas for myself.
To graduate.
That, you know what, is the #1 on my bucket list too.
Really?
I'm the type of person who loves to add new things to my bucket list. This week on Coyote Crystal, I wanted to see what USD students have on their bucket list.
Skydiving. I really want to go to the Taj Mahal.
I would like to jump off a cliff into water.
Ooh, like cliff diving.
Yeah.
Go to the Eiffel Tower.
I think I want to go skydiving.
Why skydiving? Why not bungee jumping?
I feel like skydiving is more of a free fall, like it's a lot more exhilarating.
To hold a baby sea turtle, or a sea turtle at all.
I don't know, go skydiving.
Why skydiving?
Just for the fun of it.
To travel to Australia.
Maybe climbing to the top of like Mount Everest or something.
I want to go to a lot of places. Barcelona, Spain is one of my top ones.
I think it'd be cool to go to like Australia or New Zealand.
Ooh, are you gonna go snorkeling there?
Yes, I love to go snorkeling.
What is on my bucket list? Skydiving.
Why skydiving?
Because it's a thrill and it looks amazing.
Do you like jumping out of random things?
Yeah, like anything really.
I don't really have a bucket list. I just live life to the fullest.
To go skydiving.
Why skydiving? What is up with skydiving, USD? Why skydiving?
It's adventurous.
Levi, I hear USD got a visit from some NFL scouts today.
Absolutely. We're going to talk with one of those former USD football players, and we also have 2 volleyball players who are competing in Team USA tryouts. We have that next in sports.
Climbing's awesome because it's challenging, both mentally and physically.
You gotta love climbing because even when you're not climbing, you get a great view.
Climbing's great because I feel like Spider-Man.
Climbing is great, because even my nerd friends can do it.
Climbing's awesome because there's always someone who has your back.
Come to the rock wall and figure out why climbing's awesome for you.
The Coyote Twin Theaters in downtown Vermilion, providing entertainment Tuesdays through Sundays. A proud supporter of USD student media.
This is Coyote News.
Hello, I'm Levi Goots. Tonight on Coyote Sports, we take a look at 2 USD volleyball players who participated in a national team tryout, and the softball team opened up Summit League play. But first, the headlines with Lauren Solek. Lauren?
The U.S. women's national hockey team has agreed to a new deal with USA Hockey and will now be playing in Friday's World Hockey Championships. This agreement comes after the women threatened a boycott of the World Championships. The new deal will pay the around $70,000 a year and potentially $100,000 in Olympic years if they win gold. The women will also be receiving upgrades to their airfare and accommodations. The NFL has announced some major rule changes that will be in effect next season. The new rules include adopting resolutions to speed up the game, improve player safety, and allow for more creativity in player celebrations. Referees will now be able to watch replays on the field using tablets instead of going under the hood. Argentina's soccer star Lionel Messi has been suspended from Argentina's next 4 World Cup qualifying games after using insulting words toward an official. Messi was called for a foul by an assistant referee but didn't agree with the call. Messi was also fined $10,000 for his actions. USD women's basketball assistant head coach Aaron Horn has been named one of the Women's Basketball Coaches Association 30 Under 30 honorees. The program was designed to recognize and honor 30 up-and-coming women's basketball coaches under the age of 30. Horn joined the Coyote coaching staff last May under new head coach Don Plitzowite. Horn's responsibilities include providing the team with opponent scouting reports, player development, and camp organization. And those are your headlines.
The Dome is usually home to college athletic teams, but this morning NFL draft prospects took to the field to showcase their skills in front of NFL scouts and executives. NFL Pro Day gives scouts and coaches the opportunity to evaluate draft-eligible players who didn't receive an invite to the NFL Scouting Combine. Players ran the 40-yard dash, participated in positional drills, and were tested in the weight room on bench press. Seniors Miles Bergner, Jet Moreland, and Tyson Graham represented the Coyotes at the Pro Day. Coyote News' Andy Hartman sat down with Bergner to discuss his potential NFL prospects. Andy?
Got here about 6:45, rolled right into measurements. They measure your hand size, your wingspan, and your shoulder reach from your armpit to the end of your hand. And then we did height and weight, which is a pretty standard one. So they went through a series of drills based on their positions. Linebacker, quarterbacks were throwing, linebackers were running hoops and through bags and stuff. Then we finally got to the kicking portion at the end. That was a pretty good experience. Ran through it pretty fast. Field goals, kickoffs, and then punts. It's kind of a way for the teams to get to know us as people, as well as players, as well as athletes. So it's just kind of an overall good experience for us and them.
Freshman pole vaulter Chris Nielsen was voted the 2017 Summit League Indoor Field Athlete of the Year. The award is voted on by the league's head coaches. The NCAA announced that the Coyote women's basketball team will receive the first ever free throw shooting award. The Yotes shot 80.4% from the free throw line. This broke the program record by 3.4%. USD will be recognized on Friday during the Women's Final Four weekend in Dallas. And sophomore guard Allison Arns was named the Summit League Women's Basketball Academic All-League Team. Both the men's and women's swimming and diving teams earned the College Swimming Coaches Association of America Scholar All-American Honors for the 2016 fall semester. The women's team had a combined GPA of 3.35, while the men turned in a 3.16. The National Association of Basketball Coaches announced its 2016-2017 Division I All-District teams and coaches. Sophomore guard Matt Mooney earned First Team All-District 12 honors, and head men's basketball coach Craig Smith was named the District 12 Coach of the Year. USD men's basketball player Tyler Flack competes at the Slam Dunk competition tomorrow night. Flack is one of 8 men college basketball players selected to participate in the event. The championships will air live on ESPN tonight at 9 p.m. from the Grand Canyon University Arena. The USD women's volleyball team sent 2 players to the USA women's national team tryouts. The Coyotes were represented by junior setter Brittany Jessen and freshman Elizabeth Lotion. Jessen made her second consecutive appearance at the tryouts. Last year, Jessen was selected for the U.S. Collegiate National Team. Lotion competed at the tryouts for the first time. Over 240 women from across the U.S. took part in the 3-day tryouts at the U.S. Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. Players took part in various drills and game scrimmages. The results from the tryouts are set to be released within the next couple of days. The women's softball team opened Summit League action with a 3-game series on the road against Western Illinois. The Yotes split games with the Leathernecks on Saturday, while a 7-inning rally gave Western the win on Sunday. Senior Rachel Q got the win for the Coyotes in Game 2, and teammate Kayla Fields was named the Summit League Softball Player of the Week. Fields had a double, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and scored 5 runs against Western Illinois. The Yotes are at home this weekend for a doubleheader against SDSU. The track and field team competed at the Wayne State Wildcat Outdoor Classic over the weekend. The Coyotes captured 9 event titles. Junior Jacob Behrens took first in the shot put with a throw of 56 feet and 1 inch. USD took the top 4 spots in the men's discus, with sophomore Ben Hammer leading the way. Nicole Schmidt ran for a victory in the 800-meter, Brooke Ireland won the 400-meter, Zach Anderson grabbed to the high jump title, and Haley Brugman captured the 400-meter hurdles. The Coyotes are competing at the Clyde Littlefield Texas Relays starting tomorrow. The tennis team went 1-1 last weekend. The Coyotes fell to Wright State 5-2, but captured a victory against Green Bay 6-1. Senior Uriah Seduko and sophomore Ellie Burns have both won 7 single matches in a row after their weekend victories. USD are at home to take on Western Illinois on Sunday. That's a look at sports. Coming up, we ask students their plans after graduation. Their answers are next.
Hey Madeline, why don't you explain what improv is?
Well, improv is just kind of thinking on your feet and creating a scene out of nothing. Our first goal is we accept anyone and everyone.
Our second goal is that we focus on improvement.
And also our third goal is we just want to bring comedy back to campus.
We like making people laugh. And that's one of the reasons why we think you should come to Improv Club, for laughs.
This is Coyote News.
In this week's Out and About, we asked students what their ideal jobs are after graduation. Here's what they said.
I want to be a nurse, whether it be neonatal or labor and delivery.
I really want to own my own dance club, preferably an exotic one.
That's a tough one.
One that makes a lot of money and that gives me a comfortable lifestyle.
Have a radio show and do sports commentary, most likely.
Recently that changed. I wanted to do something with medicine, but now I'm thinking of being a teacher.
I think maybe something related to my major, which is international studies.
After college, hopefully I finish the dental hygiene program.
My ideal job would be teaching elementary art.
I plan to be a chiropractor, so that's my ideal job.
My ideal job after college? Right now I'm not really sure what I'm doing after college.
I want to do conventions.
I'm thinking about getting my PhD and doing research. So, I don't know, somewhere dark with a microscope probably.
That's all for Coyote News. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
And be sure to listen for KYOT and KAOR daily updates throughout the week.
Thank you and have a great night.